Well, hello and good day to all of you wonderful viewers out there. Hi, I'm Awesome Joe, and thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watching another episode of Awesome Joe's Play Back-to-Back Movie Reviews. And today we're going to be talking about the next movie in the story, bringing us back into the Wizarding world. And you're wondering why I even have a wand here. Well, it's not really actually a wand. It's just another stick. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of that and just go ahead and continue on with the show here, everybody, because right now we are talking about Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. A very interesting title, if I may add, because you know, the way that the movie ended off on the last one, The Crimes of Grindelwald, really kept me at a very awe, just because of that ending. For me, I found it to be an astonishing cliffhanger, something that it really intrigued me, and so excited to get into seeing what the next movie had in store for us, what answers were going to be revealed to the very questions that were introduced to us in that movie. Of course, a lot of audiences were not very fond of the second film, The Crimes of Grindelwald. I, however, loved it. It's my favorite Fantastic Beasts movie so far, and it still is to this day. And I've seen the original, the first film, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I wasn't really into that movie. I was really lost, and it was really hard for me to be introduced into that world, even though that I was already done and said farewell to the Harry Potter saga. And then coming back to a different time period, to a different part of the world, with different characters, another story. It was just very complicated for me to get really hooked into this new story, to these new characters. So when I saw the second film, I said, it's just fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I was really excited to getting to see the next movie, which I know for a fact that they are in plans of doing a 5-film series within this story. So since this is the third one, The Secrets of Dumbledore, there's just, I suppose that there's still a lot more that is to come, because in a way that this movie ends, like I said, I'm not going to really spoil anything. I'm trying to stop doing that. As much as I would love to talk about everything that happened in the movie, I really don't want to spoil it for all of you wonderful viewers out there that are watching this right now and not have the chance to go out and watching the movie just yet. So I'm giving everyone a chance here and holding my tongue. If there is something that is worth having to spoil, I will go ahead and discuss it towards the ending of the video and give you guys a clear warning as to when it'll happen. That way we both win on each end. So, but yeah, the way that this movie ended did not feel cliffhanger-ish. It was a more low-toned, loving, sort of kind of ending. Nothing that was really like the cliffhanger to the last film. I love cliffhangers to the ending of a movie. It just really gets me so excited to see what is going to happen next. But yeah, this one didn't really do it for me. I find that the movie is very interesting, and it did keep me entertained. There are some boring parts. I don't want to say boring, because I really don't want to discourage anyone who is really anticipated in going to watching this. It's not that the fact that it's boring, it's just that when things start to slow down, when things were really picked up, I don't know, I just, like, it kept me at, feeling like, alright, let's not really discuss these in particular things that they're discussing. Let's go back into the entertainment. Let's go back to the funness of this movie. So that's how I felt. There's a good majority of it. Sometimes when it comes to these movies, especially the Harry Potter movies too, I get really confused as to what is going on and what are these characters' intentions are and where is it going to direct them towards. Speaking of directing, this movie is once again directed by David Yates. This dude is like all over the Wizarding World movies, and he's done a lot of Harry Potter movies. He's done all these Fantastic Beasts movies. So apparently, the studios are very fond of, even critics and audiences are very fond of his work. I mean, I find it very intriguing as well too. I really do believe that he has a very interesting talent and a very unique visionary of this world that J.K. Rowling has developed in her books. So we get returning, which is one of my favorite names, favorite character names of all time, Newt Scamander, played by Eddie Redmayne. And they're really trying to get him into the center of all this, not having to be the sideline character, because in which cases the returning character, Professor Albus Dumbledore, played by Jude Law, which is just amazing in both of the movies, Crimes of Grindelwald and Secrets of Dumbledore. I really do admire his character. I really did admire the Harry Potter's Albus Dumbledore, both of the actors, but this one really takes the scale a lot higher than anticipated to. But yeah, Jude Law does an amazing job. But they always continue to try to have him centered of these movies, when actually, in fact, I find that the Mr. Scamander is the main character. Well, not the main character, but more of the center line of this whole thing, because the movie is called Fantastic Beasts. And since Newt Scamander is a zoologist in the wizarding world, and us audiences being introduced into this world of all these fantastic beasts, it's kind of like, you know, a live action version of Pokemon, you know, and I find that very intriguing. I really do like that. So I wanted to see more Fantastic Beasts in this movie. They say that not many, and I would agree that not many in the second film were introduced, nor were they that fascinating to witness on the big screen. But this one gave us a good amount. There's these swarming crab-like creatures in the pit of a cave that dawdle as such, and a lot of people in the theater watching this alongside with me were just laughing, and I would agree too. It was a very humorous scene, and it was just really great getting to watch. Those are the scenes that I really do admire when it comes to movies such as these. And then we get Grindelwald, the character, coming back, but not the actor. And you guys know I so much dislike recasting choices. Now, I can understand in the first film having Colin Farrell. He's not really Grindelwald, but he's revealed to be Grindelwald in the end, when he's revealed to being Johnny Depp's character, and Johnny Depp being part of the second film. I understand that recasting, and I understand why it had to be recasted, because of course Johnny Depp in a personal matter has some issues that he has to take care of that is affecting not only himself but his career as well. So I can understand the recasting, but I hate recastings, because when it comes to the next film, which is in particular this one, the entire time I'm going to be telling myself is that, you know, how would this movie have been if it was Johnny Depp's character and not this character? So, you know, I meant this actor instead of this actor. And my feelings towards that situation, it always happens. And I want to throw it out there. I always use it as a good example, which is, of course, like the Batman movies, or, you know, like with having, you know, Val Kilmer replacing Michael Keaton, and then George Clooney replacing Val Kilmer. And it's just like, wow. And then you get the Mortal Kombat movies. You know, the first one had a really great set of cast members. Then they're all replaced with another group of recastings. And the entire time when I'm watching those movies, all I'm thinking to myself is, wow, how awesome would this movie have been if we would have gotten the original cast members coming right back to reprise their roles. So here, you know, it's like I feel the same, not in a sense, and I'm going to explain myself a little bit more, is that because even though Johnny Depp was so amazing as Grindelwald in the last movie, and sad to say that he was going to be recasted, if it had to have been anybody, Mads Mikkelsen was the man to do it, because the way Mads Mikkelsen portrays Grindelwald in this movie is just superb, so good, and I really do admire his performances. And I mean, and the guy's a very talented actor. I mean, I loved him in Casino Royale. He was even great in, even though it is the way that his character was developed in the movie wasn't really as huge as it should have been. But playing the villain in Doctor Strange, Strange was really awesome as well too, and then being in the Hannibal series, Hannibal Lecter series, that was really great as well too. I mean, the guy really has great talent, and even especially having to be portraying a villain is just always top notch. So him having to play in Grindelwald is just superb. But now the question is that if they were to do a fourth Fantastic Beasts movie, because there is still a continuation to the story and to this character, would this character be recasted once again? I really do hope not. I hope that this is finally set in stone, that Mads Mikkelsen is the official Grindelwald of the series. So I'm really do hoping so. I hope it's not another recasting, because if it is another recasting, it's going to be very hard for me to accept the idea that there is a romantic relationship between the Grindelwald character and the Dumbledore character, which I don't really like that perspective of the story, but I mean, it's disturbing for me, but I'm just like, okay, we'll go ahead and do that since it's already part of the film, and they have this blood oath between the two that they cannot go against one another, and if they do, I mean, I think it causes massive pain to them both or something like that. I don't know what, but anyways, yeah, you get also returning character Jacob Kowalski, which is Dan Folger's character, which is pretty much the eyes and ears of the audience, is being brought into this world of the wizarding world, and sorcery and everything else, whatnot, the magical world. And I love getting to see him here, because they do put more use of his character. He gets his own official wand, and even though that he's very terrible at using it, because I mean he's just handed a wand. He's not really he didn't go to Hogwarts to learn how to use the wand or whatever whatnot. So it's just handed over to him. He's part of the mission that goes on into this movie. I don't want to go into much detail, because there is stuff that happens in this movie that I really don't want to spoil for everyone. But I really do love his character and the way that he is reunited after, with his love, Queenie, played by Alison Sudol, which is also a sweetheart. Getting to see them reunited after the way that they departed in the last film, and the way that Dan Fogler just portrays his love to Queenie, I love the way on how he portrays his love for her. He's a really full-hearted individual, and I really do admire the character. I really do. You get Credence coming back, Ezra Miller. This is a huge problem, because we know that there's something going on right now with this actor, Ezra Miller, who's also the Flash. I mean, Warner Brothers is not really doing too well with the actors that they're hiring, because they are always getting themselves into a predicament that's affecting their careers and the Warner Brothers projects. So Ezra Miller is one of those examples. I do not want to go into the situation that he has himself in right now, but I can tell by the marketing that they really did not try to market this character into this movie, because of those situations. They don't want to lose audiences buying their tickets and wanting to watch this movie. So yes, Credence does come back at the ending of the movie. Spoiler for this one. This one's been out for quite some time, but spoiler, at the ending of the last movie, he is in fact a Dumbledore, and people are questioning. I mean, I remember when people were just questioning and scratching their heads and figuring out, how is that even possible? For ones that are true Harry Potter Wizarding World fans who have read the books, they ask themselves, how is that even possible? If this character and that character in the past situation, that story, and blah blah blah. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to go into much detail, but it's just like, how is that even possible? So the way that they do describe it in this movie, which is of course why the movie is called Secrets of Dumbledore, it is revealed as to how in the world that this character is in fact connected to the Dumbledore family bloodline. And it is explained, and in a way I can go ahead and understand it, and in a way accept it as well too. And I can honestly say that it is something that closes the door to this character, and hopes and wondering, what are they going to be doing with that next? Because if this is set to be a 5-part movie storyline, and there's only 2 movies left, so what is there to do with this character that all secrets are revealed? So what are they going to do with him next? So, and I think that it's finally come to a close, and that since we are having these situations with Ezra Miller, is he going to be recasted now? Or if not, if it's done with the character, then we should just say goodbye to this character and move forward, which I really find that there really wasn't even any use of this character if they're going to close the book on him. So there's a huge question mark to that, and wondering what's to come, if there ever is anything to come. And then you get Theseus, which is, of course, Newt Scamander's brother, played by Callum Turner, who was also in the last movie. Great getting to see him coming back. And there's a lot of, they're just this group, this team of characters going off, helping out Dumbledore in his mission and to doing whatever they can to stop Grindelwald from all of his evil doings, having to kill off all the Muggleborns in the entire world. And I don't know, it's just, they do whatever they can in this movie. Then you get this, I love this character, which is in Eulalie Hicks, which is played by Jessica Williams. The way that this character was, she was just a sweetheart. Love getting to seeing her in this movie. She was just so phenomenal, and every time I saw her, it brought a huge smile on my face, and I had a great time with her. And I hope to get to see more of her in the, hopefully, if there is actually 2 more Fantastic Beasts movies. Now, a character that I was really hoping for to be in this movie was not in this movie, because she's actually one of my favorites off of the last 2 films. And knowing that she was not returning for, I suppose, I'm not really too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's because of personal reasons. I'm not, like I said, I'm not quite sure. But is the character Tina, which is played by Catherine Waterston. She is a very phenomenal character. I really do admire her in the last 2 films, especially the first one. I think that she's one of the very many positives that I thought of in the first film. But I was just wanting to getting to see her because I love the chemistry between her and Newt Scamander. I mean, they just, the way that the goofy slushiness, the flirtatiousness between the two, it's just, I love it. It just really brings a smile to my face. When they even mentioned, they asked, where's Tina? Is she joining us? And, it's mentioned that, oh, well, she's not going to be joining us. Apparently she's a little busy right now because she's hired to do this and this. So it's like, oh, darn, man, I really wanted to see her in this. But then she makes a brief cameo towards the ending of the movie, and I was like, oh, bro, huge smile on my face. It was great getting to seeing her. She looks a little different. It is of course the same actress, but it's just great getting to seeing her in this, and I really want to see more of her. I hope we get to see more of her. We do get some interactions between her and Newt Scamander, which is just amazing. That's like one of my favorite scenes in this movie, just getting to see on how they interact and reunite with each other, based off of everything that happened in the last film. Really, this movie really closed the book with a lot of stuff that happened. The only fact of the matter is that, yes, Grindelwald is still out there and is at large. He's no longer a criminal. He's let go of all charges, which is, I mean, really the most ridiculous thing ever. But I know for a fact that there's going to be this massive final fight between Grindelwald and Dumbledore, and I can't wait to see that. That's what I heard, that there's this huge, even bigger than Voldemort and Harry Potter, man. I mean, and I love that final fight, but I want to see how this is going to portray itself on the big screen, man. I cannot wait to see, based off of rumors, on how these two are really going to have that final fight, pointing wands at each other. So it's gonna be great. They do that a little bit in this movie too, and the action in this is a little minimum. I find that there should be more, more action put into the movie rather than dialogue. So Rotten Tomatoes went ahead and gave this movie a 51%, and I, on the other hand, enjoyed the movie enough to where it's not as good as I would have expected. I think that Crimes of Grindelwald is still my favorite Fantastic Beasts movie, followed by The Secrets of Dumbledore, and then the first Fantastic Beasts movie, by giving Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, a 40%. So it's still a good percentage. It's not that bad. I still enjoyed the movie. Would I want to rewatch it again? Probably not in theaters, but most likely I will purchase it once it comes out on DVD and add it to my Fantastic Beasts Wizarding World collection alongside with Harry Potter movies. So yeah, that is my review, everybody, for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. What did you guys think? Have you guys checked it out just yet? It is out right now, out in your local theaters. Go ahead and check it out, everybody. I really do encourage everyone to go out and have a fun time at the movie theaters. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, or concerns, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section on the bottom, and let's have an awesome time talking about this movie or any movies that you like to talk about in general, because I love to talk about movies, but most importantly, I love to talk about them with you. And don't forget that you can check out some more of my videos on Facebook and on YouTube. Just look me up at Awesome Joe Movie Reviews. Don't forget to click on that like and subscribe button there, everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support on my channel. I love to talk about movies, everybody. It's a huge personal hobby of mine. So, and May is so packed up full of awesome things that I really want to talk about in my future videos. I still have some preparations to do when it comes to the Moon Knight series. We're already at the 3rd episode, halfway away towards the ending of the season. 3 more episodes to go. So I don't know if I might just do a review off of just the first 3 episodes or just the entire season itself altogether, because there is a lot that I want to talk about, but I want to keep it to a minimum. But anyways, you guys, very busy. I'm doing the best that I can with my videos, and I really do appreciate everybody watching them. So once again, everybody, I'm Awesome Joe. Keep on living the dream, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks you guys once more again, and Happy Easter! Happy Easter! Enjoy your Easter with all your friends and family. Find those Easter eggs, enjoy the chocolate bunnies, and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ for what He has done to saving us of our sins. So God bless everybody, and I'll see everyone in the next video.